is PCC On Me, a show created by the students of TBR 7 Fall 2024. I'm your host, Dominique Lopez. What started as a classroom idea has grown into a platform where stories come to life, voices are heard, and creativity thrives. And it's the same class fueled by passion and purpose that will continue to build, inspire, and carry this show forward. This is PCC On Me, and this is just the beginning. We'll be right back.
For us, a centennial is more than a milestone. At Pasadena City College, our centennial is a launch pad, and our rich past fuels us forward. Created in 1924 to meet the needs of a growing San Gabriel Valley, PCC was never a bystander to history. At PCC, we make history and rewrite the future. Today, PCC is a premier community college ranked among the finest higher education institutions in the nation, and we're the best in California for helping students transfer. We are innovators and creators, achievers and leaders who embrace our responsibility to serve our community and to make our city and region stronger. PCC infuses more than $500 million into our regional economy and graduates 4,000 students every year. As we celebrate our first century, we launch boldly into the next 100 years, pushing the bar of excellence higher, certain that together we will reach new and greater heights. Join us as we write our next chapter. Pasadena City College, celebrating 100 years of excellence.
Tonight, we're honored to welcome one of Pasadena City College's most inspiring students, a true storyteller whose passion for journalism has already made waves far beyond our campus. Born in the U.S. and raised in Mexico, she came to PCC with a dream to share voices and stories that matter. Through her dedication and talent, she's earned a distinguished award in journalism and broadcasting. And most recently, she was selected as a PBS Student Ambassador and more, representing the next generation of storytellers making a difference. Please join me in welcoming Karen Mariana Cardenas. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Of course, it's so lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, a year ago, you sat exactly where I'm sitting. Since then, you have embarked on an incredible journey, a journey that started in Mexico. Tell me, what was growing up in Mexico like?
I grew up in Manzanillo, Colima. It's a coastal city. I was surrounded by the sea, by the palms, but as well, I grew up in a farm surrounded by cattle. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to grow up there and have all the values that my family taught me.
Yes, it's not an everyday story where somebody says, I grew up around cattle on a cattle farm at that. What is something that you can tell me about cattle?
They could be very dangerous if they just give birth. Because they just want to protect their babies. And as well, they recognize, for example, my dad's boys. They know how to communicate. Wow,
so they have a bond and relationship with your father.
They do.
And do you have a relationship with them?
No, actually, he always tells me, wait, and then you can come whenever it's safe.
So he tells you when the coast is clear?
Yes.
That is amazing. Going from there to now Los Angeles, what made you make that decision?
I always had the desire to study in the US. Once I finished my bachelor's degree in Mexico, I was clear that I didn't want to do that the rest of my life. I came here just for information and I finished enrolled and here I am.
So you went from accounting, a bachelor's in accounting in Mexico. Then you're like, I'm going to the US and pursuing journalism. And you came to PCC and you got in so many opportunities. What are some of the opportunities that you got?
I had the opportunity to work at LAist. It was a big competition with 400 applicants.
Wow.
It was a whole
That's so
process.
tough.
Like
Yeah.
3 months, I had to reach out to a lot of people, but I got it. I can tell the difference of Mariana before and after, working at the newsroom and as well being with amazing journalists.
And you moved on to PBS.
Yeah.
What did you do there and what did you learn?
I'm an ambassador, mostly tabling at events, and I'm always communicating with people and just sharing more about the mission of public media. And very soon I'll have the opportunity to be an intern at Los Angeles Times.
Amazing. How did you get these opportunities?
Because I'm always looking for it. We have a phrase in Spanish that preguntando se llega a Roma, by asking you go to Rome. And I always like to train my brain to know where I want to be instead of just complaining or saying that it's very hard. I just start doing the small steps to get there.
So the small steps, they start with asking questions, they start with connecting with people, and what is something else? Like, what is another step of advice?
Working hard and doing a lot of sacrifices.
Wow, and I'm sure you have so much on your plate, so there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. How do you get through the hard working days, the long hours?
I just like to be present of the opportunities that I was asking before, and always being present, doing even small guided meditations every day, and even journaling.
So really keeping yourself grounded and keeping your eye on the prize is what really gets you to the next day, to the next job, the next activity, the next level. Amazing. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I would love to have my own docu-series of food journalism focused on Mexican food related with immigrants and culture.
But yeah, because there is so much culture in food, so much traditions that's passed down in recipes. I'm sure you can share a ton of messages through food itself.
And the most beautiful thing for me is having the ability and skill to speak in Spanish and translate those emotions that sometimes they cannot even do. Before, I used to think that it was something bad or negative, but now I love to embrace that I have this opportunity to be bilingual and carrying my accent with pride.
Amazing, that's so beautiful. Well, I do have a little segment. It's called the lightning game. And what you do is I'm gonna ask you a question, you just answer with one word.
Amazing.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's begin. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Morning person or night person?
Morning person.
Dream travel destination?
My mom's dream travel destination, which is Egypt.
If you could interview anyone, who would it be?
I would love to interview a Mexican politician. Her name is Eufrosina Cruz.
Best advice you've received?
Always prioritize yourself and prioritize your well-being.
Favorite spot on campus?
It's between the front of the library and the parking lot. I just love being on the grass nearby a beautiful tree.
Cozy. And lastly, one wish.
If you have the opportunity to help others, always do it and be kind.
I love that so much, Mariana. It's been a pleasure. I wish we had more time, but that's all the time we have for today. I'm Dominique Lopez for PCC On Me, reminding you that your stories are our legacy. See you next time.